Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening with you? Happy Friday and all the other good bullshit. I hope everybody is having a good end to the week. What the heck? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot, struggling to wake up. I am still sleepy, but I got shit to do today, so I have to get my butt up out the bed. Taurus. What the hell? I just shuffled these. This is what you got on top. Moving out of the choppy and into the calmer, if you will, changes. Check this shit out. Pow! Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a hot second. Welcome to the home of where we only do long videos. We don't do extended versions and add-ons, none of that shit. You want a reading? Hit me up at tarotatarot@gmail.com. I simply do not have the inclination to do, and for those of you that jumped on there and said, nah, we like the long ones, don't do the extended. Thank you. I appreciate the input. I'm not getting into that. It's money there. I know there is. You know, you throw up an 11-minute video up here on YouTube and, you know, tell everybody, hit your back. There are some that are still doing long videos and doing the extendeds as well, but number one, I don't have the inclination to do it. Number two, I don't have the time. I really don't. My job is like, lady, you need to have your ass here. So, until that changes, which that might change here soon. Let's throw that out there. Anyway, I'm going to say for some of you, this is probably an exciting, frustrating as fuck time because there's just shit going on all over the place. Might be meeting new people. And for those of you like me who are just simply tired of waiting on something to occur in your life and ready to just do something, make them changes happen. But let me just get into the reading, if you will. You know, the boat ain't going nowhere if ain't nobody in it to paddle it or push it or row it or whatever. That sucker will sit right there in that water. It might drift with whatever little current or tide that happens to be coming through. But if your ass ain't in that damn boat with a paddle, moving it, it ain't going nowhere. Or it's not going to go anywhere of any importance. Let's put that out there. So we are out of waiting and be patient and all this other bullshit. We're out of that. It is time now for you, dear bulls, to put them hooves in the boat and get it cracking. Waiting around, those of you that have been in situations, and I know there's some of you, because some of y'all talk to me in my inbox, say, I'm waiting and I can't figure it out. No. Fuck it. There is nothing to wait on right now. Nothing. You heard me? Nothing. Nothinng. Nothing to wait on. Not a damn thing. What else we're talking about? Oh, yeah. You're listening to my intuition. Karmic completion. How about that? So this is the weekend update. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We're going to Wednesday. I don't give a fuck. The 14th. That'll be Wednesday. Today is the 9th. So a spirit of adventure. I'm sorry. Ace of Swords. Communication is coming in. We'll get to that in a minute. Oh yeah. Some of y'all are in the weeds with this shit. Hello. So changes are here. Old shit Had an epiphany yesterday. Messing around with my cousin. You know, that's how that shit go. Move forward, Taurus. I'm going to say for the broader, vaster majority of you, it is probably not going to be in your better interest to be dealing with someone or something from your past. I am a knucklehead at times, and I forget shit in my own life, and I tell y'all every week, Uranus is in Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus. It's all about change. Yeah, and then I don't listen to my own shit. How that go? But the real deal is, and I know Spirit was leading me to say it earlier in the year. I haven't said it recently, but I am definitely listening to Spirit today and my own dumb ass, and I'm going to say it. Don't go backwards. Don't go backwards. All these new beginnings and charts and swords and shit, move forward. If you were trying to backpedal into something old, even if the person has changed and done all this shit and, you know, hair's different and, you know, singing a different song, it's not going to behoove you, dear bully, to move backwards. It isn't. And Uranus is not going to tolerate you going backwards. Many of you, not all of you, but many of you, looking over your shoulder and going, I don't want to let go. Fuck that shit. Get some scissors and cut that shit out. And start surrendering to what's new. I am certain, not even almost certain, I am certain that many of you are dealing with situations with exes. They might have trotted their ass back through Mercury retrograde. Oh, baby, I love you. And I'm so sorry. And some of you might just be at that point right now where, fuck, this look like some old shit to me. You got shit triggering. You got your stomach all upset, bound up in knots and shit because you going, this look kind of familiar. In a lot of instances, I'm not going to say everybody, but in a lot of instances, this applies. The leopard ain't going to change its spots. That being, you know, they can cover up some shit, act like they've changed some shit, but unless people have done real, serious, deep down shadow work, corrected, fixed, healed, mended old childhood wounds, ain't shit changed. If they cried a little bit, if they got dogged out a little bit, and some stupid shit happened and karma kicked them up in their face a couple times, that necessarily doesn't mean that they have changed. They might be a little wiser. They might be a little more shifty, crafty, whatever the word is you want to use. But they ain't made that many changes, especially if they haven't done the work. And those of you that have done the work, you know what I'm talking about. Where you had to spend time by yourself, trying to understand why you're feeling a certain way. You done wrote so many notes and journals and shit. You got pages and pages of stuff everywhere. That's doing the work. Even if you don't feel like you've done it, when you can step into a new situation with fresh eyes and a fresh heart and a fresh mind, you've done some work. The people that are just, you know, trying to get the goodies, so they're going to act like, you know, well, that last time you left me, that really hurt. They ain't really changed, though. And that's not to say that they can't or that they ever won't. But in most instances, and especially in the culture that we live in right now, everybody is on microwave. Put it in there for 10 seconds, take it out. I don't know who I'm talking to. Somebody need to hear that, though. On the front end of our overall energy, 1111, come on. Those of you that are into the 1111s and the 22s and the 33s and the 44s, here you go. It don't get no better than this. So many of you, not all of you, are stepping off into brand new uncharted territory. The universe likes that. Let me throw that out there. I hear angels singing and shit in the background. They like that because you're doing just what you're supposed to be doing with Uranus and Taurus. You are stepping your ass off the cliff And the universe is rewarding you in spades in every area of your life because you took the risk. Some of y'all are feeling this. It's right there like, woo. And it's scary. Some of you are nervous because you've made some decisions, trying to make some different things happen, and you're going, oh, this is not what I know. This is not usual territory, but it's good. It's good. And that abundant energy is right there. The backside of this. Check that out. Some of you may be just at the very beginning, tippy-toe steps of a new relationship, situationship. I'm not going to call it an imaginationship. We ain't going there. But you're at the very, very beginning. And for many of you, you can even feel this is different. This is not the same old bullshit. Might be dealing with somebody you normally wouldn't deal with. Come on now. Back in, you're wiser. You're wiser. And you can turn around and look over your shoulder right now and go, oh, damn. Wow. Look where we came from. That's a 5. You know, and if you let me tell the story, dude looked like he about to embark on an adventure. Come on. Both of them looking the same way. Both of them looking the same way. Time to look at where you've come from and get busy. Get busy. Get busy. And this is your gut. Some of y'all are feeling this right in the bottom of your gut. Like, woohoo. What we gonna do? What us gonna do now? Just saying. Take that risk. If you kind of teeter-tottering on the edge, fuck it. Go ahead, jump over the cliff. The universe, one more again, is rewarding you in spades here. Come on. Triple, double, quadruple, whatever. The universe is giving it back to you. And don't feel like you shouldn't feel nervous. Don't feel like you shouldn't feel scared. The fuck, yes you should, because you're doing something you don't know. And you don't know when you take them first steps and the first little cross in the road comes, if you're going to go left or right. That's something to be nervous about, especially if you put yourself in a place where you've never been before. New job, new city, new club, since things are opening back up. First time going to a basketball game. First time going to a baseball game. Doing those things that are calling you, that have been calling you, but you've just been too chicken shit and too bullish and too much on the grind and too loyal and some more shit to do it. Your challenge here is to keep your communications open. Those of you into numerology, there's some more double digits up there for you, 33. Keeping the lines of communication open, and I'm not talking about things from your past. Once again, I'm trying to get you on a forward movement. Keeping your ears open. This is what I hear Spirit saying. Keeping your ears open and listening. Because communication is more than just you talking or just the other person talking. You also have to listen. That's your challenge. Listen for the clues. Listen for the synchronicities. Oh, hell. There's some other shit now. Listening. A lot of times we don't listen. Spirit is trying to push us off that cliff. You're going, no, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, it does. It does. You're trying to follow something old. Trying to go back into something you've already done. You need to step back even further and take a bigger view. And look at your situation. That's a challenge there. Not just with the communication, but to take a bigger step back if you need to. And take a broader view. And if in taking that backward step, so you can get a bigger view, actually is you backward walking off the cliff, then so be it. Because maybe that's the view you need. Come on. That's a double whammy right there. Listening for the synchronicities and taking a bigger view, even if taking that bigger view means jumping off the cliff. Oh. Looking at today's energy with the Six of Swords on top of the discontent and boredom, I know this one is going to hit you bullies that are still like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know. If you're feeling discontent, because I was right here 3 days ago. Let me just put my shit out there. Like, oh God, what am I doing wrong? It wasn't until I didn't even think about it. You gotta push that boat. You gotta row that boat. So those changes, so you can get out of that choppy, fucked up feeling shit and get into some calm manure shit. If you don't, this is where you are. And I don't know why this keeps popping up in my this little vignette back here. You got all that going on back there. You don't even know what's back there, but I'm just so bored. And I'm just so discontented. Turn your ass around and look at what you see. Once again, taking a step back and getting a bigger view. Why can't you hop over that railing? There goes the discontentment. And start walking your ass towards the castle. There goes the border. Get a 2-for-1. Come on. I'm just saying. And today, or sometime in the next 4, 5, 6 days, there may be something that shakes you, gets you shook, to get you there. Listening for the synchronicities. Come on. Looking at tomorrow's energy, the Five of Swords, top of the financial and material changes. Once again, talking about getting a different point of view. For many of you, this is relationship related. Those of you that are in committed relationships, there may be some things going on with your finances, and I think this came up. Was it the monthly, the weekly? I don't remember. But again, what I hear is prioritizing what needs to happen. And don't get this part twisted. This is not necessarily about, oh, I gotta pay this bill on time. You might need to want to do something else. Getting an alternate point of view. As it relates to relationships, those of you that are dealing with somebody that's got a little fire in their ass, it could be a fire sign, it could be anything, but just they're that spunky, spontaneous, get it done right away. You may need to sit down and have a conversation with them, because there may be things goals you're trying to achieve, but they're busy back-ending you. You know, every Friday they taking $50 or $75 out and going to have beer with the girls, beer with the fellas, or playing pool or some shit, and that is defeating the purpose. Come on. So you may need to have a conversation with your other about the other. Let me throw this out there. I don't think your other is doing this intentionally. They just are not putting all the pieces together. One more time, talking about an alternate point of view, a broader perspective, a broader view. And you might have to show them, look, you keep doing this on Friday. You keep going to the bowling alley and y'all hang out for 2 or 3 hours. But we're supposed to be saving for another car. That $50, you're taking that away from what we're supposed to be doing. You might have to actually have that conversation, because your partner, again, especially if they are a fire sign, you know, Leo and Aries and Sagittarius, they pop off. They don't care. They ain't thinking. And that it's not mean or intentional, none of that shit. They just doing what they do. And I have to pull their coattail on that. For the rest of you, you may need to do in the exact reverse. You may need to go take some bill money and do something different and let the universe bless you. An alternate point of view. That part. We get to Sunday's energy. And I didn't pull these like I normally do. I pulled that out the bottom. It's about manifesting. This is exactly the energy that you manifest in. All that shit you've been hoping, wishing, and praying for is when you take that jump off the cliff. You're in this energy. For those of you that are like, I feel all this stuff, but I don't know. It's manifestation energy. So things that you want to manifest, if you haven't thrown it out there, that would be a good time. Get out of your head a little bit and just surrender. Just surrender Just quit worrying and belly aching over all of it and just surrender. You see the bird there. And in this instance, this bird is about protection, divine protection. And there's peace in what you're doing, in what you're trying to manifest. So don't feel like, I don't know, I just feel all this stuff and I feel like I should be doing something different. Well, damn it, go do it. Because you're in that energy. Right there. Surrender to it. Monday's energy, the Four of Pentacles sitting on top of the parenting. This is a very specific message, subcategory of it. You're having problems with the kiddos. They done lost their damn mind. If you are over here in the United States, it's summertime. Everybody and their grandmama, they doing all kind of stuff. Showing up at basketball games, going to baseball games, going to the grocery store in the middle of the night for ice cream. Folks have lost their mind in this Burden Ernie post-COVID era. The kids may need to start getting back into some structure. This is July. Across this country anyway, most kids will start going back to school the end of next month, or the beginning of September, more in August, less in September. It's time to start putting some of that structure back. You see them four corners, and you see how squarely he is sitting in his chair. Because if you look at the little maze, and from where I'm looking back here, it looks like a target actually. You need your children to be on task and on target come school. So now would probably be a good time to start reintroducing them to some structure. No, you were not staying up to 2 o'clock in the damn morning playing no damn video game. Game over. 11 o'clock, it's time for bed, buddy. Just saying, you started now, you will not have a whole bunch of headaches and problems next month. But many of your kiddos need some balance. For a smaller portion of you, there may be some nutritional things. This is the message that's coming through here. This is the parenting card I'm holding on to back here. There may be some nutritional things you need to address with your kids. And again, we're post-COVID. This is the first summer since last summer, no pun intended, where you can kind of go out without worrying about if the next breath you take is going to have you on the floor. So obviously kids are enjoying, and I'm happy for everybody. I'm so tickled to see. I was watching the playoffs last night, or the finals last night, and I'm just so happy to see people outside jumping around acting crazy, because we need that. We're social creatures. We don't do well by ourselves. We get all up in our head and shit get all out of balance. But in particular, the kiddos. Nutritional things, you might just, Mom, I know that's who I'm talking to. Dad, if you're there, you too. It might just be time. And that this speaks to foresight. You really are getting them ready for the school year. And right now, many of us don't know what that looks like. Getting vaccinated, they're not getting vaccinated. Can you wear a mask? Do you have to wear a mask? Can we still do online schooling? However that's going for you. Having the foresight right now to know things have just gone all haywhack, out of whack. And it's time to put some balance back into it. Those of you that are on a similar schedule, but you're working, so mostly teachers, I'm going to say the same to you. You done boogie down since the first part of May. Probably time to rein that back in. And not all at once, because we're still a ways from school starting, maybe 6, 7 weeks, 8 weeks for some. But start kind of just looking at where you can start making the adjustments. So when you get to the first day of school, or the first day back in college, or wherever, you've got some structure there, and you don't feel overwhelmed like you got to pull everything in together. For others of you, just make sure that you're in balance. Make sure that you're trying to keep your shit in balance. If you feel like you're a little out of whack, sit down and figure out what it is. For some of you, it could be just the difficulties in dealing with finances. Maybe some of you are moving and you just kind of getting a little disjointed because there's a lot of things coming at you at once. That he has fire at his feet It's telling me it's action. It's time to start taking some action. But you may want to think about how you're going to work through this little puzzle to get where you need to be without being out of whack. We get to Tuesday's energy, the Nine of Wands on top of the karmic completion. This is not for everybody either. For the collective, there may be a point at work for some of you where you're kind of reflecting back because you're getting ready to start something new, and you're going back and looking at old projects, old situations, and what failed, what worked, what didn't work, why didn't it work, who was involved, who wasn't involved. That same choice and regret, if I hadn't done that, it turned out different. But this may be for work. For the rest of you, it's over. Whatever that situation is that I'm referring to, and only you know what that is, it's over. You can bellyache and look at the choices. But the back of this is about overcoming difficulty. Let me just throw that part out there. So you had to overcome some difficulty to get to the point where you even recognize that you made some bad choices that caused some regrets. At any rate, karmic situation is done. As though, for some of you, you may be stepping into something new. And there's a lot of, you see all that blue and indigo? That's what it looks like, purple. And it's the same. Relationship changes. And this is not going backwards. This is going forwards. Some of you are going to step it right up. Some of you have some fast-moving situations that you're in. And you're going to look around, and today you're doing one thing, and tomorrow you're doing something totally different because your partner's like, let's do it. That kind of energy. Like a thief in the night is what I hear. They got married. What? Yeah, last weekend they went to Vegas and got married. It's that kind of energy. Things are going. And this is the thing with where we are right now. I don't think this energy is going to feel quite like this in August. There's magic. There's magic. I don't know how to say it. There's magic. There is a lot of magic in whatever this is. So only you know what I'm talking about. Whatever this is, there's magic there. Use it. Use it. All that Tinkerbell shit, fairies and shit, yeah, that kind of energy. Use it. Ask for what you want and get it. That's how easy this is right now. So the relationship change, for some of you, it's going to be the door closing on one and you turn around and you're like, woo, door number 2 is open? What? That shit. And all of you that are hung up on, well, I need time to breathe. Yeah, get over that shit. Like I tell you, sometimes you got to heal on the move. And as you get into something else, pay attention to your triggers, but don't let it stop you. Don't miss no good opportunity on some bullshit from 2 months ago, 10 years ago. Don't do it. Move forward. Move forward. The universe is blessing us for taking the risk. Thank Uranus. I don't know what Uranus is doing up in the sky. I am aware that it is doing something, but I'm not sure. I haven't had a chance to read the past couple of days. But with Jupiter retrograde, you got Saturn doing some funky shit. Neptune is really, have you noticed? Like water, anything water, from peeing to rain. New York City subway flooded today. That's Neptune on that ass. What you want me to tell you? Get out of the water and shit, right? Watch the water. You may have water issues at home, plumbing, kitchen, bathroom, basement. Just pay attention because Neptune is doing some shit. It wants you to be proud of what you're doing, even though they're fucking up your shit. Just pay attention. Just pay attention to anything water related going on in your environment. Oh, really? I'm gonna take them. I don't think they. Maybe somebody needs to hear that though. Financial research is necessary. Okay. Go take a walk. Go take a walk. So we need to get outside. Been in the air conditioner too damn long. You gotta wait till midnight when it cool off. Go take a walk. I don't know who this is for, but here you go. Quit chasing them. Let them chase you. Financial research is necessary. Some shit going on at work. This is really work. Stay out of it. Whatever you got going on, whatever you were trying to manifest, if that is not the one person in the world you know you can trust, anybody outside of that, don't say a damn thing. Keep it to yourself. Let the magic happen. I'm not satisfied with those, so the universe is telling me there's more. Well, there you go. Talk about commitment. Those of you that are getting ready to step off and talk about it. Don't be waiting until 15 red flags show up and go, oh, we should have talked about commitment. Talk about it. What does that mean? What does that mean to the other person? What does it mean to you now? Start a conversation. What I tell you, all that windy ass sword air back there, there's going to be some conversations, and let me just keep it real and keep it funky. Some of you may be having conversations with exes. Don't go backwards. You can talk, but you ain't got to walk. Do you? Do you? Do what you want to do, Taurus. I feel like a lot of y'all are over the corner hovering like, oh, you damn bull. You weigh 2,000 pounds. You got horns that'll kill an elephant. You got the stick-to-itiveness about everything. Once you get in it, you in it. So why are you standing in the middle of the field trying to figure out what everybody else is doing? Go do you. Get out there. Have some fun. Enjoy your life. Take it from somebody who's seen more than they're going to see. Get out there and do the damn thing. Get out there and do it. The worst thing I can tell you as a 55-year-old, the worst thing I can hear right in my head right now, and I'm kicking myself about some shit right now, I should have did that. I should have went there. The fuck? Why didn't I go over there? And see, when you start getting older, for those of you that run around switching and looking cute and whatnot, it don't stay like that forever. Trust me. Do what you want to do. If there are places you want to go, things you want to see, damn it, don't be sitting around thinking about it. Go do it. I love my bullies. Have a good weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.